Hello, I'm Chris Worthington, and this is Artificial Intelligence versus The Last of Us. The way this works is I have a stack of cards here with character names on the front, descriptions of those characters on the back. We're going to take those descriptions and put them into Dall-E 2. Let's begin with a good one. Let's go with Clicker. Clickers are the third stage of a human infected by the cordyceps brain infection. The prolonged exposure to the fungus has given them super strength, and the fungus has taken over their faces. They become plated by the hardened cordyceps. The jaws have become broken, raggedly hanging off the face, and they are twitchy and clumsy due to their blindness. Now, I think that's all pretty straightforward. Cordyceps! No! Okay. Where to begin with these handsome lads? First things first, Dall-E has made the executive decision to present us with creations forged from MS Paint. If they ever make a mushroom-flavored Dorito, this is the mascot. Is this person infected by the cordyceps brain infection? Yes. Is this person also on their way to a hot date? I think so. The decision here for the fungus to destroy the eyes, but then grow a third eye smack dab in the middle there, I respect that. It's grotesque. It makes me squirm a little bit. It feels lazy on Dall-E's part, to be honest. I feel like it really just took two of the keywords and smashed them together. None of these images convey to me the notion of super strength. I think this person is emotionally strong. Look at that confidence. Look at that head tilt. The chin up. Looking up toward the future. A little cordyceps brain infection will not ruin their day. Unfortunately, none of these really resemble the clickers that we know and love from the game/show. Okay, I've retooled this all to say fungal plating covering face, zombie-like shambling, broken jaw, and torn clothes. No!
Hello, Christopher.
No! We have encountered my foes, my nemesis. My nemesi? Is that the correct pluralization?
No.
These assholes are back to tell us no. In the wondrous playground of imagination, we frolic free until these two chaperones roll up to say, hey kids, back to class.
Is this show about how bad you are at words?
What's wrong with what I asked for? I mentioned the broken jaw in the last one, so it can't be because of violence.
Do not tell him, Michelle.
So I really don't know why these two adorable referees are just blowing on their whistles, but let's go back, let's try again. What's your elevator pitch for what a clicker is in essence? Mine is funky fungus zombie. Oh, not the direction I wanted, but the direction I needed. Funastong is the name of your college buddy's psych rock band. They're not good, but they serve a beer that you can't find anywhere else at their little garage shows, so you go. This looks like the after image they use in a cautionary drug PSA shown in Smurf Village. This is the resident of Smurf Village who necessitated a drug PSA. He's holding a pipe, but he's not holding a pipe. He's holding nothing, and there's a little stem sprouting from his thumb. I think this guy's had enough. He needs to go lie down. I think adding in the adjective funky is doing a lot here, and I want to continue down this road. But I want to retool it more toward the infected design we already know. So let's go with funky fungus zombie with a radar dish-like face. These are grotesque. Not what we're looking for, but more what I like, to be honest. I like this. I like this very strange alien fungus with a robot eye. This is odd. It looks like a little bread bowl with a French onion soup in it. This is the kind of Pokemon that works at a Panera Bread. I hate this. I do like the cartoonish face. I don't like everything else. I don't like the implication that it has appendages on its butt with which it scoots across the ground. It reminds me a little bit of the spleen from Angry Beavers. Is that a reference for more than two people? Okay. Now this clicker is a little tricky to defeat. In the game, you have to unlock George Millay, and then you use the special power rocket to throw it directly into the face. This kills the moon clicker. Okay, well none of that's really what I wanted, so we're already antagonistic with the AI. This is great. Next up we have Joel. Joel is in his early 50s, has graying dark hair and beard. He's 5'11", which means he fulfills the video game power fantasy of not quite being 6 foot. Many cuts and scars on his face and arms, a broken watch gifted from his daughter Sarah. He carries an old canvas backpack with all of his goodies inside. Oh no, look at these central casting options for Joel. Okay, what if Netflix got the show instead? Now this one looks like Jordan Peterson. which means the game is 5 minutes long. You do not survive the opening crowd. This Joel looks way too proud to ask Ellie for anything, let alone a ladder. He's a loner. What is up with his eyes? Dall-E, my friends, what is going on? This is Joel mere hours after he's been bitten. He's not doing great at all, but he is timing it. He's counting down the hours. So once again, too much photorealism. Let's retool it. Let's go with video game character. Not really the Joels we're looking for. How can we make this better? This is kind of the problem with Joel though. He's just a guy. He's just an everyman. There's nothing physically interesting about him. Oh, I know, he has PTSD. That's interesting, right? When I meet someone, the first thing I tell them is everything. So all we did was clarify that this middle-aged man, who's also a video game character, also has PTSD. And this is what it gives us. Too much sadness, yeah, but also way too many fingers. This looks like a side character from a Naughty Dog video game who sells you out like that. But I like it, we're getting warmer. Okay, never mind, we're getting colder. Intense. This guy gets pulled over for every random security check. Okay, Joel, next. Let's move on. Let's figure this out. Let's go with Rat King. Okay, I'm very excited to include Rat King in this episode. Why? Let me tell you all about my good friend Rat King. The Rat King is a superorganism. Superorganism. Beautiful word. Composed of stalkers, clickers, and a bloater that have all fused together via the cordyceps fungus. Fun. Of course, this monstrosity possesses super strength, many mouths, many limbs, many eyes. Is Rat King an infected or a biblically accurate angel? So we are handing Dall-E a beautiful palette with which to paint. What will it draw? Rat King, you've got what I need. Oh, Rat King, give it to me. Rat King. Oh God, Jesus, no. This means nothing. This looks like star anise. This is not 5 guys melded together with a fungal infection. Not at all. This is the combination of the fisheye lens on the child's face and the cyclone of roaches. This is what's waiting for you if you stick your hand down the kitchen sink. Don't do it, it's dangerous. This kid, he'll bite you. This is a bug party if I ever saw one. So since what we're aiming for is actually pretty bonkers to begin with, let's give Dall-E a little help. So let's be a little bit more literal. Let's say several zombies fused together with a fungal infection. What the f? Okay. Spiritually, I think this is correct. This is how I feel when I fight the Rat King, though. I feel like I'm the little germ in the middle, and I'm just doing my best. Baby on the right is drunk. This one gets the old save from me. I think it's the one that I resonate with most so far. It's perfect. This looks like the fever dream the cordyceps gives you. And the last thing you see is the line of Avatar that came before you. And you ask them, how can I save the world from this tragedy? And they say, you already know. Wake up. Then you do wake up, but you're not the last airbender. You're a clicker. These are not at all the infected we are looking for, but they are about to drop the most fire EP on Bandcamp. Dall-E's just f***ing with me at this point. But they all definitely have the Fresno Nightcrawlers on speed dial. These guys look like their mission is to start a self-help group for other people. These 4 images are fantastic, but they aren't a Rat King. Take 3, video game rendering of a Rat King made out of zombies in a hospital basement. So just shy of just asking for a Last of Us character, this is as clear as we can be on this matter. Okay, none of these are Rat Kings at all, but if you have a family of rats you have trained to play darkwave music, congratulations, Dall-E has just handed you the perfect album arts. Rat King, I love you. Thank you. Next up is Ellie. Ellie has auburn hair. She's 5'5". She has bright green eyes with freckles. Her face has freckles, her eyes don't have freckles. A scar bisecting her right eyebrow. She tends to wear red-colored clothing, and she is, of course, immune to the cordyceps brain infection. Ugh, photorealistic people make me uncomfortable. Let's go back and specify video game character. So what's interesting about specifying video game character for both Ellie and Joel now, it didn't give me a 3D rendering. Both times Dall-E decided to give me these concept art looking characters. Very bold, contrasting colors with sharp, well-defined stylistic lines. Okay, so the 3 Ellies we have here, I feel represent the different stages of Ellie throughout the first game. This one is Ellie when we meet her. She can hold her own, but she doesn't really trust anyone. This is Ellie after she's like seen some shit. She just saved Joel in Pittsburgh. She's sort of processing. This one, oh, she's processed. This is endgame. This is priming for Last of Us 2. She's ready to go. Let's add immune to zombification. The Last of Us, more like the 4 of us. These are the same person. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. The least productive police lineup I have ever seen. Our tech dollars at work. Okay, so Ellie's a bust. The big problem with human characters that just look like human characters and AI and trying to generate images that are fun and wacky is because AI is not generating or creating anything magical here. It's all pattern recognition. The same way you look up at a cloud and you see a giraffe in the sky, except you don't see a giraffe in the sky. You see a cloud. You've just applied the pattern to that thing in the sky because the thing that humans are best at is recognizing patterns and prescribing meaning to them. AI works the same way. It takes whatever you give it, like a shape in the sky, and then applies its own predetermined meanings onto it. Artificial intelligence is no more magical than autocorrect, or a room full of strangers at karaoke belting ba 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 after they hear the words Sweet Caroline. It's all pattern recognition. All of that is to say, my sanity and I are currently engaged in a pivotal battle over this pattern machine. It's fine, it's all fine. I'm fine. So when respected publications write things like, the AI wants me to cheat on my wife, there are other questions here, like, what is going on at journalism school? All right, Ellie, moving on. Humans, you have let me down. AI, you've let me down. Where can we find solace? Of course, the last giraffe of the apocalypse. The giraffe that Ellie and Joel encounter in the game, it's like the 5th horse of the apocalypse, but the 5th horse is never invited to the function being the end of the world. Giraffes are, of course, tall horses. Not tall all the way, though, just tall at the front. Don't take it up with me. It's all messed up neck-wise. Do vampires know about giraffes? Ooh, apocalyptic giraffes. Look at this. This giraffe gets 0 notes from me. 10 out of 10. Would threaten with impeachment again. Okay, so let's go back and specify that our giraffe is a metaphor for innocence. Does Dall-E know what innocence is? Does Dall-E care enough about innocence to distinguish itself from the lack of? Let's find out. Does this giraffe look innocent to you? How about this one? Or this one? All right, one more time. Let's specify video game version. We have a giraffe singing the song of its people. It's beautiful. And then we have this guy who's just a little bit too much into that good leaf. This giraffe has gotten into the QZ stash of pills. And now this giraffe is king of the economy. Or at least he certainly feels like it. All right, last giraffe of the apocalypse. I loved you. That's enough out of you. Thank you very much. All right, everyone, this has been Artificial Intelligence versus The Last of Us. And I've done this before with characters from Pokemon, Star Wars, Harry Potter. So if you liked this video, be sure to go check out those as well. And what character should I do next? I think I have reached a point now where I have become antagonistic with the AI. So please, feed me and my rage. Did I break this? Thank you again for watching. I've been Chris Worthington. Until next time, goodbye.